Okay, guys, quick update. Do you see this? That gap right there, that black gap right there. That is actually a gap in the wall where the wall doesn't fully meet the door. That thing right there is the door. And that right there, that blackness is where the wall does not meet the door. There's a gap in my wall, and part of the wall has been um, pushed off by frost heaving, and typically there's mold in there. So yeah, there's that. Also, I have started seedlings. There they are. Hopefully I'll have a little garden going so that I can, make sure that the parking lot I live in isn't so goddamn gross. Uh, yeah, so there's that. Um, yeah, hold on, I'll turn you around. Okay, we are turned around. Yeah, so I can't turn it around mid-video apparently, so yeah, this is gonna be filmed in parts. So just another update I forgot to tell you yesterday about my seedlings. I'm planning on growing a little garden in pots, which, when you live in a parking lot, there isn't much land to work with, though there is kind of a hedge area with a little bit of grass in the hedge area. Um, I'm just gonna don't ask, don't tell, make a little wildflower garden. It's plausible deniability and all of that. Oh, I don't know where those flowers came from. They must have just drifted on in the wind. um, yeah, so today I have a D&D online. A D&D game online. That's really some of the only social interaction I can get because I don't have a daily driver. So, yeah, that's why I'm online a lot. Not because I'm like addicted to being online, because it's one of the only resources I have because I can't actually physically go anywhere. Because I don't have a daily driver. I've been looking for one though. And it's a problem when you can't have things delivered to you. And I don't have an address to actually have anything shipped to me. So, being homeless, you can't actually get a lot of things because you need a shipping address. So, that's a bummer. Um, yeah, so there's that update. My cats are doing well, obviously. She's a fuzzy baby. Yes, it is. Oh, he's so handsome. He's so handsome. Um, they tend to like step all over me at night when I'm trying to sleep, especially that one. Say hi to the camera. And she's like, uh-huh, yeah, whatever, mom, pet me. Uh, yeah, so there's that. I just sprayed a bunch of antibacterial spray, antifungal spray all over my doorway because it smells atrocious. Um, there isn't a whole lot I can do about that except to try and kill as much of the bacteria growth as I can. Pretty sure it's growing bacteria because, like, in the winter, the metal parts of the door create condensation with my heater, which is a Big Buddy heater. It's that. And I have propane tanks that go with it. And the propane tanks condensate as well. So condensation has led to the blanket that's in front of the door to keep the drafts out being soaked. Sometimes freezing to the door jamb, etc. I mentioned that in other videos, but I didn't really explain why that's a problem. When the blankets freeze, they freeze solid. So when it freezes to the door jamb, it completely seals me inside, and I have to like either rip the blanket off or like take a hammer to it. I have had to take a hammer to my door multiple times to get the chunks of ice off so I could even open the door to get out. Because the windows would also freeze shut, and I feel like taking a hammer to the windows to try and hammer them open was a bad idea. So, when the windows and the doors freeze shut, you're better off taking a hammer to gently tap the ice off of the metal door. But the worst of the frost and the winter is over now. Now it's just spring, which means maybe at night it will get below freezing, but during the day it will get above freezing, which is great. That means, yeah, I'm petting my cat right now. But that means that soon I won't need the heater and I won't need the blankets, and I'll be able to just kind of, you know, but then in the summer, I'll have to deal with the heat. It gets above 100 degrees inside here because it's basically a death box in extreme weathers. So there's that. But for the next couple months, up until like maybe June, July, it'll be, 70s and 80s in here in the sun. So, yeah. So there's that. Um, I have been trying to get a place to live. It's not going very well. One of the things I've been trying to do is to get a trailer home, but my research has proven fruitless on that because a lot of places that sell new trailer homes don't want to sell unless you have land, and a lot of old trailer homes don't want to sell anything to you unless you can move it or unless you are approved by the park. All of those I'm going to have trouble with. So, yeah, that's difficult. And a lot of the trailer parks will reject you unless you have 3 to 4 times the lot rent in income per month, and I don't. Namely, because even if it's like 60% of my income, um, I'm still going to prioritize lot rent. That's something they don't trust that I would do just because I'm low income, and the stigma against low income means that I will stay homeless until somebody decides to not be prejudiced against low income people. But there is a great shortage of housing in the area. So there's that. Um, I might be able to convince an organization to buy a trailer home, a 3-bedroom trailer home, and just, rent out the rooms in the trailer home um, to kind of sustain the lot and the bills and everything. Um, but that's kind of a pipe dream. But I could talk to people about it. Um, yeah, so that's all for this update, I guess. But yeah, I will try to make more updates as time goes by. Um, and hopefully, the springtime will be better in my life for me. Thanks. Bye.